Get ready, Rushers. I'm sitting here in studio with not one, not two, not three, but all four members of the insanely popular band Big Time Rush and stars of the hit Nickelodeon show, also named Big Time Rush. James Maslow, great to have you back. And of course, Kendall Schmidt, Carlos Pena, and Logan Henderson. Welcome, gentlemen, to Huffpost Live.
Hello, hello. This is a nice little area that we're sitting in here.
I'm happy you're enjoying it. I think it's the first time that we've had this setup with four people, but
right.
I feel special. We are more than happy to accommodate this group. I can tell you.
It's like four of us sit on one couch most of the time, so we appreciate this. Actually, more roomy than usual.
Or one motorcycle, like last week's episode.
Oh yeah, wait till you see that one.
Do people think that there's actually coffee in these cups, or like every time
water,
I watch one of these, I'm
nice.
like, are they drinking a latte right now? No.
I feel like they were really. Did they want us to share those?
We're drinking a latte water.
Oh no, Logan, Kendall, you guys just grabbed one.
Oh, thank you, man. It's a community water. We'll all
That was a
share.
fail on our part, but
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
your own personal
Yeah,
discretion.
no, we're good.
So I have to play a clip right now of the show on Nickelodeon. Obviously, it's not from the new season, but so people can take a look.
Bring on the merchandise. Hope we get our own special fragrance like Jay-Z.
I want to play the Big Time Rush video game.
And I want to play with the BTR Zombie Attack Squad action figures.
Have a seat, fellas, because we're all excited to discover what BTR merchandise lies beneath the shiny cloth. Hit it, marketers.
Boys, our crack staff has spent the last year researching, developing, patenting, and testing the exact merchandise that will amaze our retail partners.
Are you ready for the Big Time Rush products that'll be flying off the store shelves all over the world?
Bring it on. So ready. Bring it.
I present to you the Big Time Rush toilet scrubbers
Big Time Rush horse shampoo.
and the Big Time Rush action set.
The dolls aren't horrible.
We're actually going to be selling those really soon. We're going to have all those
On
ready
tour,
to,
actually.
On
You can
tour,
buy some horse shampoo.
Toilet scrubbers, horse
Really
shampoo.
fun to watch that. They're actually really big sponsors.
Does that bring back some memories?
It
Yes, it does. That was
I don't know if it. Yeah, it does.
It's crazy. Like one episode takes, I think, like 60 hours a week
Or more.
Right.
or more just to shoot, and then it's done in 21 minutes.
it's
That's a
over
whole week
like
of my
that.
life. It's gone in 21
Well, then
minutes.
sometimes,
That's
sorry.
a load of horse shampoo right there.
yeah. Or like sometimes people be like, you remember in that one episode when you did that, and you're like,
That is just
help
one
me
big
out, help
episode
me
of my
out. Like,
life
yeah, which
called Big
episode
Time Rush.
exactly are you
Well,
talking
because I'm
about?
sure things get cut all the time.
They all
to
run
make it
together,
into
yeah.
the final edit. But so right now, you guys have been filming the 4th season. Everyone is dying to watch it. When do we know that it's coming out? Very soon, right? It's starting to premiere?
Very soon. We're trying to find the best date because this season, as Scott Fellows, our creator, says, he felt like third season, like first and second was, it had the bar of Pierce. Third was a little under. Well, since we were a little under, he wants to go like 5 notches above that for fourth season.
And we definitely are.
And
season's been
we
nuts.
also want to make sure that we can play episodes consecutively. We want everyone to not have to wait weeks on end in between episodes. So we're trying to wait so we can lay
And
them all
time it
out.
well with our next album.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
All right, well, so first, can you give us any juicy gossip as to what we can expect in this next season?
Well, we've got a few great guest stars. We did, to name a couple that we've actually talked about already, did an episode with Cher Lloyd, which is awesome. She was a great sport about being goofy with us, and great actress, too, for her first time doing something on TV.
Nice.
Gavin
Didn't get to
DeGraw.
meet her.
You know what's funny about Gavin DeGraw? I actually did a scene with Gavin DeGraw and never met him.
But we
I did, and I was not even in the
We
How
weren't
did
in the
that work?
scene.
How did
He
you
was
do
in and
that?
out.
I've
He's
never
a
met
man
him.
around
Well,
town.
he was in the dressing room, and me
Yeah.
and Carlos walked by, and we were like, might as well meet him right now. 'cause
Gavin.
we weren't in the scene with him, so we were like, might as well say hi. And we talked for like 10 minutes,
Oh,
and then
such
I
a-
found out
funny.
later these guys didn't
Well,
even
because they
get-
filmed his side first, and they just used second teams. They just told me, hey, hang in your dressing room. We'll be out in 20 minutes and go to your side. And I guess they shot it completely clean, so it means no shoulder or anything. So on the turnaround, by the time I got there, he was completely gone.
All lies.
That sucks. What a bummer, right? You thought you were
I hear he was nice, though. So, Gavin,
DeGraw.
thank you very much.
Thanks, Gavin.
All right, what about, come on, any other names that you haven't spoken about yet?
Or that we can speak about? I don't know.
or that you can speak
Well,
about?
you know what? Fine. How about this? This is not really a guest star, but last week on Friday we did shoot a Harlem Shake video that
Yeah.
is being edited right now.
Yes, being taken care of.
on set, which was awesome. Had the green screen up. The entire crew was in there. A bunch of the cast members were in there.
Except for Steven Glickman, who didn't show up. I don't know where you were, Steven.
It was his
Really,
idea.
really upset at
It
us.
was
It was his idea,
idea.
and we told him to come on set 5 minutes and what's
Thanks
there.
for the idea, friend.
He has
Yeah.
a problem with being late, so we said 5 minutes. It's happening because it costs like hundreds of dollars a minute to film the show. Like when you're not doing something productive, and
How much is it really? Did we figure it out?
it was
Well,
like
it depends
$6 a
how much
second.
crew you have, right?
Right.
These are salaries that you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay, so you heard it here first. Harlem Shake video.
It's coming
will be posted
soon.
on the
It's
internet
coming.
Pretty goofy, too.
very soon. You guys are also nominated for a Kids' Choice
What?
Award.
And so is this guy.
Seriously?
That is
Yes.
guy.
And Carlos.
It's cool, I think for all of us, it was definitely a dream come true the first year to just be a part of the Kids' Choice Awards. Because we grew up watching it with, who are the two little twins? Mary Kate and Ashley. Like back in the day when they were doing that. So for us to be a part of it and presenting and stuff.
And last year was cool because we won Best New Music Group, I think.
Yeah.
So that was cool to win that.
And we're nominated for the same award this year. And Carlos is nominated for Favorite Actor.
That helmet paid off. That's all I got to say. The helmet paid off.
Well, not only acting, we actually have some questions for you from the viewers too, because Carlos, I know you're going to be taking up some directing. This one comes from Rusher 244593.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
Quite the number there.
Hello,
Question
hello,
for
244593.
Carlos. Since you either have already been the director on an episode or going to be, what do you think is or is going to be the hardest part of directing? Much love.
Well, I have not directed yet. We have 2 more episodes, and then it is my Big Time Rush directorial debut.
Have you started planning it
you
yet?
prepped it all?
I've been going, like, literally going to every single, meeting.
Production meeting.
Yeah, that I'm not in, just so I can kind of get a feel. But I don't know. These guys are awesome. They're not going to give me too much trouble, right?
We'd like to get out
totally.
at a decent time.
Yeah,
We'll
a lot of
put
Honestly,
that out
I'm
there.
leaving on
It's an
Friday
hour,
at
it's
5
5
o'clock.
So if you want to make it easy for us, just,
So no pranks planned for when he's actually going to be directing.
No, there
you
will
can't
be.
say that.
Oh,
no, there will
I
be.
don't expect it to be easy on you at all, by the way. He's be like, action, Carlos.
So
that's
listen,
not
it
your
may
line.
be easier because the way I see it is that me as the actor, I've been in that position and I've kind of watched how the director works. So I know things that the director could do to make the actors happy and make things go a little bit more smoothly,
Yeah.
right?
There you go.
Yeah.
No, actually, I agree
That's
with you.
what we're
I think that
going with.
actors sometimes can become the best directors because they understand, ideally, both sides. They know the acting side, and if you get the directing side under your belt, then you really do understand both worlds. And like he's saying, it's easier to deal with tons of people you have to deal with as a director. You need to deal with the executive producers and the actors and the writers and make it all come together.
And you'd be able to see it finished too. So that's, it's one thing to be in it as an actor and be like, okay, here's the scenes and okay, cool, but he's going to be there for editing and he's going to be there for the music scoring and everything.
Well, every
I
step of the way
expect
it
it'll
really
go-
gives your baby
Yeah.
that way, right?
Oh yeah. And to tie this into the album, one of the songs that I'm doing is one that Kendall wrote that's going to be on the album, which we're super excited about. So that's what
That is very
It all
cool.
kind of ties in now. Segue to album number.
We can talk about the
3.
album. We can talk about the tour. That's the thing. You guys are definitely you're a very busy bunch, and so when can we expect the album to come out? Sometime
You tell me.
summer?
Right?
I'm just taking a guess.
Are we
We'd
still
like
releasing
to
that thing?
think
Is that-
before the summer, maybe a little before, maybe early summer, because we are planning a tour right now, and hopefully the album will be out so our fans can learn the music and sing along when they come see the show.
All right, what about leaking music too? I've got a tweet here from you, Logan. It says, "Hate to see the hard work I've spent to the studio making new music get leaked. Sucks when people steal stuff."
I was
How does
upset
stuff get
that
out
day.
there?
I was upset that day. We had one of the songs that me and Kendall wrote.
You know what? People are really talented at getting into things on the computer. And I don't know, for me, it's kind of an interesting topic. Hackers are really great at that. And I don't know, I grew up not knowing not to steal things from people. That's just the thing that.
And privacy
I
is
imagine-
huge for
yeah.
me. And I think it wasn't a finished product, so it kind of, it sucks whenever that kind of stuff gets leaked.
And then
you
they're
don't
like, well, why
put out
wasn't
the-
Logan and Carlos on it? It's like, well, because it was a demo that we wrote.
Yeah.
You know, like
It wasn't
they
even a
were,
finished song,
yeah,
so. It happens.
It happened. Well, maybe you guys just aren't that good with your passwords too.
Right? Well, what's funny? His email
can't
is
even spell
actually
his email
spelled
right.
incorrectly.
He can't even spell
He can't
his
even
email
spell,
right.
So he probably, yeah.
How is it?
We're working on it. We're working
Yeah.
on it, man. You'll get it. You'll get it.
I'm just giving you a hard time. All right, so the album is coming out. I mean, what's different about this album too? It's going to be
Everything, I feel like.
It's going to be your third
Third
How has your
album.
sound changed? How's it developed?
Well, you know what? Last album was really targeted towards finding that cool radio song.
Yeah.
And we tried really hard and worked with huge producers. And we did the same this year, but we kind of went with the vibe that, what's going to be great on the show and what are the kids going to just want to jump around to? And I think that made it a lot easier and less stressful.
It was more fun. It was more about the idea of just writing a great pop song and letting the fans discover whichever one they think should be a single. So we're really leaving it in our fans' hands to pick their favorite songs and see if they want to push that to radio versus us saying, oh, this is the one, this is the hit, because music is entirely subjective.
Right. And at this point, we've worked with all sorts of fun people. We're with Ryan Tedder, and we've had a lot of those songs that were really cool, like Music Sounds Better, that kind of takes those, Daft Punk samples, and we've kind of played around with all sorts of pop. And so I think this one was a little bit different, just the way that we wanted to kind of present it and carry ourselves.
It's kind of funny. I don't think any of us ever thought that we'd do like an R&B song with Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Like, so we did that.
Did it.
We've done that. We've
Been
done,
there.
Did that.
we've done full
Right.
dance like songs. They're like just
Check,
straight
did
full on
that.
the floor. Did all that stuff. And like this one, we were just going for one thing that we talked about when writing it was high concepts, like things that were just interesting, not like I'm in love, but something more interesting than I'm in love, something a different concept.
Like I'm in love with a girl.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
high
we're getting
concept.
somewhere, right?
High
Give us some more
concept.
detail.
We wrote most of this album ourselves, and so we wanted to be more real, more genuine, and I think it kind of shows up in this next album. So we're excited.
And so you did the Snoop Dogg thing, maybe Snoop Lion.
Right, I know.
Somebody
Next.
switched
That's
over
the
to
obvious
reggae.
next step is Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion.
But so how do you guys pick? You write the majority of your own material.
It's hard.
All of you do.
Okay,
and there's
listen,
four of
hardest
you.
That's the hardest part.
Hardest part
How
about
many
what we
songs
do.
as a whole did you have?
Probably
that you had
wrote
to narrow down
50
from?
songs for this album alone, and then there was 10 or 20 songs that were left over from the last 2 albums that we had written for. So we have 60, 70 songs we have to listen to and narrow down and try and be honest about what's the best.
That's paid to my insomnia helps a lot too. It just
It really is difficult because you don't ever want to offend anybody or like take something away from someone because we've been doing.
They're
it
all
together.
great songs.
They're all great. It's totally subjective. I might be like this one's cooler than that one. He might be like this one's cooler than that one.
But
So-
imagine, you and your, 3 best friends, there's 4 of you, and each of you guys wrote 10 songs, but you can only pick, 6 songs.
I'd pick one of mine.
Well, exactly, because you wrote that.
it means a lot.
It becomes not something that kind of tears us up, but there's definitely kind of that like sibling rivalry. Like, well then, why is yours better? Well then, yeah, well mine's better because of this.
But so
But
my
it's good,
question is,
though.
what happens to all of these songs that never actually
get
make it onto the album?
Well, outside of that, we save them for other artists, and we save them for different projects, and then
If it's not good for us, it might be good for somebody else. And
Or just listening.
we're just
Oh, well, that's the other thing too. Though. I mean, so what about any interest in doing solo careers?
Totally.
Yeah,
doing
that's-
something
without a
a
doubt,
little
yeah.
Separate.
That's another
Yes, from
project.
all four
you
of
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, all of us, of course, we're not going to just stop working after Big Time Rush, hopefully. So after this, whether
that's
it's
on that
film, TV, or music, all of us are going to continue down our own paths. So anybody who decides to do music out of the bunch will hopefully have a bunch of songs that we didn't use for BTR that is kind of a start to their EP or
Or maybe I call James and I'm like, dude, that one that you wrote, second album, I'm doing this thing now. I'd love to have this in a movie.
No problem, 30 grand.
No, like brother.
no, brother, discount.
no
Well,
discount.
Kendall, but you're actually part of another group.
Yeah,
called Heffron Drive, and so I mean, how do you balance the two?
Well, that was something that I did right like a year before Big Time Rush, and it started like on MySpace, and it started getting a lot of plays. And then I booked Big Time Rush, and I was like, well, I mean, this is like an opportunity of a lifetime. And so I talked to Dustin, who's the other guy in the band, and he's like, dude, go for it. Like, I would never say no to that. And so my whole life has changed since then, and I think after, I mean, who knows how long Big Time Rush is going to go, but we all have things we want to do. Like, I'm sure Carlos is going to do his directing, and I mean, I still write stuff. We write stuff together. It's really about the extent of it at this point.
When is the last time anybody has mentioned MySpace?
I just did. Bam.
There you go.
Killing it.
There you go.
Killing the
Justin
game.
Timberlake is trying to revamp it.
It's true.
you know,
I'm really
give it a
curious
whole-
as to
give
how
it a
that'll
whole
go.
He's
turnaround.
making it look cooler, that's for sure. I just think people, now there's like a stigma attached to it, which is weird. Like,
There was something else that I just talked about. Kazaa. You remember Kazaa?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Kazaa.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know about you young kids.
No,
but
I remember
Kazaa.
Kazaa. And you would like download, stuff, and
Lots
you
of illegal songs.
Little
were-
Kazaa.
They were illegal. You were like,
Before Napster,
LimeWire?
right?
yeah. And then LimeWire.
How about this one? I've got a question from Jacob Soboroff, one of our own hosts here, but he's been monitoring the comments too, and I guess a lot of people are asking the same question. I want to see a song with Demi Lovato. Are you guys going to do one?
That would be cool.
love to.
Would
She
be
just
rad.
released her song, which
Heart
is
Attack?
amazing. Yeah.
That's a great song. It's catchy.
Shout out. Go download it if you haven't already.
Right.
All right, tell us more about the tour too. Summer
Summer tour.
dates?
Summer tour.
Summer tour. We actually, the only thing that we know right now is that we are going to be on stage singing songs for a lot of fans. We don't know.
Giving you a lot. We're giving you a lot here, okay?
We don't know what's going to be behind us.
Are we
because
going international? Are we going to Europe? Are we going
that is the
to
plan.
South
It's a
America?
good,
The plan is to visit all the rushers this summer.
this go around.
Wherever
All the
they may
Russians.
reside.
All of
But we're
them.
definitely going to start in America. We're starting with our summer tour to be, launched off here where we live, and then after that, yeah, I mean, of
There may
course-
even be some dancing, I don't even
And
know.
some
Might be.
singing.
Dance.
Yeah.
Any country
camaraderie.
that you haven't hit yet that you really want to go to?
Australia.
Asia too.
That,
Asia.
Both of them
Asia,
are.
I feel like Asia, they just embrace music like hardcore. I think it'd be so much fun to go out there. I've never been.
I say
It'd
we
be fun
try
to play a
hit every
show
single
in
place.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go over,
And then hit the beach, right? Barcelona.
Barcelona's a good
We have
place.
a band. We have a band goal. We're trying to play a few places before we're finished because it's we're trying to set a record. I don't necessarily want to talk about it because then someone
No,
else
you
is
kind of
gonna
have
get
to.
No,
down.
because
that
We're
band is
now
on the
we're
road
on
again.
Huffpost Live, okay?
All right, that band's playing again. Well, nobody's played in every single country.
Continent.
Rather.
Well, or country when you think about it.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, every single continent because it's not exactly.
Fall Out Boy got close. Their ex-tour manager was our ex-tour manager, and he told us these stories that was just incredible. But the last place was Antarctica.
That's right. How are you going to play in Antarctica?
Well, check this out. They had to hire what is it?
C-130.
C-130 bomber.
From the Chilean government.
They still couldn't.
So they literally were about to go. It was clear to go, and they got a call and said, "No, y'all have to perform at the Kids' Choice Awards."
That's how powerful
no.
Kids' Choice is. By the way, it was like 200 grand to rent
Stop
the
a
thing.
world
Like,
record
nah,
for
we
that.
don't need it.
Like, you're not gonna miss the Kids' Choice Awards.
Okay,
Like,
so
okay,
yeah,
we're
the
flying
Kids'
back.
Choice Awards superseded setting world records.
See,
like
we
that.
want to go
now.
play for the scientists.
So you guys are going to try to play
You
on
want to go play
Antarctica.
for the scientists?
We're gonna go, and then they're gonna be like, you guys need to be at the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah,
We're
right.
not gonna make it.
That would be awesome.
Well, one of the questions too that's coming in, we've got a lot of commenters here that are from Argentina, that are from
Yeah.
Chile, that are from all over the world. They want to know if any of you speak any foreign languages.
Not well.
Little bits.
For me, but
Little
yeah,
bits
we've learned
of-
phrases on the road. German. We should start with German.
Yeah, German.
Let's all throw out a German.
Let's hear it.
Du
let's
bist
hear
sehr schön. You are very beautiful.
Ich liebe dich means I love you.
Hast du gut geschlafen?
I love the way
That's the one.
They took all of mine.
You know one.
Danke fürs Kommen. Thank you
Ein
for
Weißbier,
coming.
bitte.
Means
Wo
I
ist
would
the
like-
party?
Yeah. Party.
What's the party?
That's a good one.
Okay. What
spent some
was
time
one
in
thing you said,
Germany.
Mean?
Don't worry about it. Not a big deal.
No.
Say it again.
It's not order.
All right. Carlos and James are sitting here complimenting me, and I don't even know what you said.
There's a good.
No, he was trying to get you. You want to join me?
He was trying to get you a
Why don't we
drink.
tell you
Slept
some
well.
Portuguese? We
They're
should-
complimenting. I'm asking you out on a
yeah.
drink.
Some
Les
Portuguese.
melhores bundas são do Brasil.
And that means that Brazilians have the best butts.
That they do.
They do.
The ladies are going to love that one. Okay. Any other languages? A little French?
French, je voudrais un baguette. s'il
Oh,
vous
here we
plaît.
go. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Sorry, do you need a?
Mon voiture, c'est très grand.
I know that cheers in Zulu is ugiwawa.
Here we go. Any Russian?
Ugiwawa.
Russian?
Yeah.
James?
Как дела?
Как дела?
Just means.
Очень хорошо.
Oh, you speak.
I do speak Russian, so I had to test you guys there for a
See, as we all were like, James.
Yeah, I don't know anything else that's
That's why we need
allowed
to
to be
like
said on this show.
visit some other countries.
I can
to
speak
pick
like
up
a
some more.
Russian.
All right, gentlemen, we have some people that are very excited to speak with you
Okay.
and ask you some questions.
there-
And I don't want to make them wait any longer.
There she
And
is.
so these are some we've got some Rusher fans. What can I say? Big time Rush fans. In our
hey.
Google Hangout, we've got Kristen Sulin, who's in Berea, Ohio.
Hello.
Martha Donay in Chatsworth, Georgia.
Hello.
Martha and Yara Zar, who's in Manassas, Virginia. Hey, girls.
Virginia.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, ladies. Kristen, why don't we start with you? Do you have any questions?
With me?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're starting with me?
Yes, we're starting with you.
Okay.
No pressure. Don't mess
Sorry.
up. We're just joking. Just joking.
Okay, well, I have a funny question I want to start with.
We have a funny answer,
good
probably.
one. If I hope so. If Big Time Rush was in a beauty pageant, what would each of your talents be, and then who would win the whole thing?
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Can anybody do the playing like Miss Congeniality?
You know what?
Play the
That was the
masses?
first thing that came to mind. No, I cannot.
I can get one tone going,
Yeah.
but not nearly as well as she can.
Oh, the
What if you
glasses.
can do it with this
Yeah.
thing?
I don't know what would
It
a
has to be
No, it
glass.
has to be glass,
Has to be
yeah.
glass. Wrong. Can't do
talent
that.
would be.
I guess we can't use singing, right?
No.
That's kind of out of there.
That'd be a little unfair.
Eyebrow. I can do good eyebrow control.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd win the beauty pageant. But, no.
I win for being a nice
No,
guy.
no,
No, hold on. No, seriously.
I do not believe
You know
that.
what? I can fly a
million helicopters.
A mini helicopter. A little guy can fly.
Well, that's cool. I'm gonna go and go with mine, which is I can fill a real life-size helicopter. Did that in the UK. So let me just put that out there.
James?
Talent for the beauty pageant?
Yeah.
Just being beautiful.
I would just stand there. Yeah. Hey.
All right, so James wins.
Come on.
But she goes, no.
She's like, no, that's not great.
Yeah, I don't think was that a sufficient enough answer?
Yeah, so Logan wins that one.
Yeah.
All right, I guess you get to stand there and be beautiful.
How do you fly a helicopter in the beauty pageant, though? I don't think that's applicable.
Yeah, no, I would
allowed.
be.
It's
You know what? I
Okay,
can
great. Way to
build.
be on his side, huh?
Saying.
Thanks.
I'm good at like wood. I'm good at making like birdhouses.
Yeah.
All right,
A little carpenter. That's
Carpentry.
So
let's move on to
let's go to the next
Martha. Martha, do you
She's
have,
like, okay, let's
do you have a
move on from
question?
this question.
totally.
Yeah, hey Kendall,
Hi,
all of
Martha.
y'all. I actually got to talk to you a little bit a few
I
weeks
know. I
ago.
remember you. Valentine's Day.
Awesome. But I have a question. So, do you have any traditions like before every concert that y'all usually do?
We have
Traditions.
quite a few traditions we do. We definitely have a dance party in the dressing room before every show.
Yeah.
Listen to some dubstep.
There's a group called Knife Party. It has a song called Sleaze, and the whole thing is
Until
called
they kick us out.
Until they kick us out. People move your feet.
Like
so basically, it's just like, go crazy.
It's a huge dance party, and the whole band and everybody.
Security flashes lights.
Right.
Which, you know what? Hold on. This just reminded me of a really cool thing that I've never saw a video of. But they have all these flashlights, and one night in Peru, kind of a little off topic, but in Peru, all the lights shut off during the show.
Oh.
So we're in the dark. We're like, what do we do? But the sound is still going. So
It
we're
was like the Super Bowl. Except
So-
in Peru.
So our security throws us these flashlights. So we're with like flashlights, like gotta live
Singing
it,
like-
bitch.
I was like, who wants to tell ghost stories now?
It was awesome though.
You didn't see it because the
Halftime show.
video was all black, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You
it was
couldn't see
dark.
anything.
Right.
But we did a whole song with flashlights.
Well, is that the? I mean, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? When
That
you've
might
been
be
on
one of the
tour?
weirdest things, yeah.
There was one.
We're
that
all
was, like,
shining
thunder
on
and lightning,
James.
too.
Yeah, when somebody had a solo, we'd all take our flashlights and
Okay, the lights
good
going
light
out was the
people.
craziest thing
No,
that's
we were
happened on
minutes
tour.
away
There's got to
from
be more
canceling
dirt
the
than
show
that.
because of a thunderstorm. That
we
was-
actually stopped the show in the middle of the show because there was thunder and lightning and half the crowd left because they're afraid of getting electrocuted. But then we
That
still
was our
had
white look, so the rain and the whole like white clothes didn't work out.
didn't
so
work
well.
out so
Black underwear we're showing.
What about fan-wise? Is there anything that's the craziest
Ooh,
thing that a
I had
fan
a
has
good
ever
one
done
whenever
for you? Really embarrassed you, maybe?
Whenever I tried to dress up in, was it Chile or was it Argentina?
no Mexico City.
Mexico City.
You
Yeah.
thought it'd be a great idea to put on a hood and go into the crowd.
That was it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
How did that turn out for you?
Didn't last for
I
long.
think I was like, I think half of my clothes were ripped off.
Yeah, he came back naked. I was
Because
like,
they have
what
a lot of
happened?
energy, but I came back like somewhat half naked, and I was kind of freaked out. It was nuts, and I was like, I probably will just maybe keep it backstage now. But it was
All right,
fun.
I can't break all the ladies' hearts here, but I need to ask you the question. Tell us about we need to know about the personal lives. We need to know about girlfriends.
Totally cool.
What's
It's
going
all good.
on? Who's single? Who's available?
Wow.
Not the same thing, being single.
Well,
available.
I'll go first. I'm single,
Saying.
so
Are you also available?
I am available.
Okay.
Well, not really because I'm working all the time, but I'm available to
He's
talk
closed
to
off
and hang out
emotionally.
with.
Single and available as well. So we'll get
Are
those.
you looking for love? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean it's hard with
not
our
looking for
schedules,
love?
honestly. It's hard with our schedules, but I've kind of found out that whenever you don't look for it, that's whenever you find it. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I found it. I found it, and I'm happy, and I'm taken, and not available. I guess that's the. Yeah, hey,
Ouch.
that's me.
There you
So
go.
sorry, ladies. What's
No, but it's
happening?
okay. You know what? I got plenty of love to give. I just got that special.
He just
love.
gives it mostly to one person. But I feel you. No, I was.
That's my man right here.
Well, James, yeah, I've got a comment here from says James. Is it true that Halston and you broke up?
That's not true.
What?
No,
What?
it's not-
What?
it's not
Are you
true.
serious?
What happened, bro?
I gotta
Serious
call
that
her.
it's not true.
I gotta call her.
That would be one of those things called a rumor that's incorrect, a lie, if you will. But no, we're great. We're still together.
you can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
So let's just make this clear.
Single
and ready to mingle.
taken.
but taken, but not mistaken.
I don't know what that means.
Not
but-
sure what
I'm
that
not
means.
sure what that one means either, but okay.
I know.
Taken, but he still.
All right,
loves
well, at
bacon.
least we've made it really easy.
man.
So you guys back there.
How about you? You didn't tell us about you.
This interview isn't about me.
Hey,
Oh,
it's our personal
hey-o.
lives here. Okay.
We've got a video comment as well from one of your fans, so I'm going to play this right now. Let's check it out. Oh, is it not going to play?
It's not going to play.
I think it maybe is not going to play on my computer right now. I'm technically
You know
challenged.
computers.
I told
No.
you guys.
Oh,
cool.
it's Christopher Walken.
If you guys wanted to see that video, you're not going to.
Yeah, that was just.
I am technically challenged, unfortunately, so that one's not going to happen.
It doesn't matter
right this very second.
how far into the future we get. That's always going to happen. So.
All right, more questions from the fans. This is, ultimately this is about them. They
bring
really
it
want
on.
to hear
Yeah,
what you
let's
have to
hear
say.
it.
So this one says, "This is for Logan. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever given?"
Ooh, okay. I was given this, I think, by my parents, but it's basically take time with everything that you do, which is the most important thing. If you want to make anything special, oh, here we go, I can talk right.
Dude, make it.
Yeah, right.
Go for it.
Here's what I have to say to you. No, if you want to make anything special, then take time with it, and you got to keep on going. Honestly, sometimes becomes easy to. What are you doing, man? Just
It's such a nice
He's
close-up.
creeping in
Well,
on your advice, Colin.
Logan, what if it's a race? What
take
if
your time with that race. Take
Yeah?
your time. The turtle did that.
Take your
didn't
time
he?
preparing.
Didn't the
Win.
turtle win? Didn't the turtle win
He
in the
did
very end
take
of the
his
story?
time.
There we go.
No, he's still in Kendall's backyard.
That's true. No.
Kendall has a turtle.
So yeah, take time, and as long as you entertain yourself and you keep on doing things that are new for you, then you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
You'll be better off.
Are you starting an advice column online?
Words
Can.
of
Maybe it's
wisdom
Huffpost
from
Live
Logan Henderson?
/ Logan Henderson
No,
advice
we're going to call
column.
it Logan's Logic.
Okay, Logan's
Just
Logic.
made it up right there.
That's catchy.
Wow,
We're getting a lot
and
of tweets.
someone just created a Twitter saying,
Right, Logan's Logic.
just now,
Logan'sLogic.com got that made for you?
That's gonna be funny.
All right, now I got a question for Kendall.
Yay.
It comes from KT Love. Says, question for Kendall, do you like country music? And if so, what artists in particular? Winky face. Smiley face.
Don't hate on country music.
No, I grew up in Kansas, so I automatically like country music. There's a part of me that always loves it. But Diamond Rio, one of my favorite songs is "Beautiful Mess." You guys know that
What
song?
a beautiful mess.
What a beautiful mess I'm in. Yeah, I
Such
love
a
that
great song. Yeah.
Good. That's one of my
can we get some
favorites.
more
Garth
singing?
Brooks.
I love Garth Brooks.
Come on, that's like.
Rascal Flatts. I've been stuck on Rascal Flatts recently.
I think Garth Brooks brought playing arena shows in. I mean, honestly, he kind of perfected the arena show, and all the mics that we use, these ones that come across right here, it was sort of his invention.
Interesting fact,
Yeah,
though,
it's
because
pretty
he always had the guitar, so he needed the
Yeah.
mic. So.
They didn't really have
Well,
those around
thank
until
you, Garth
So-
Brooks.
You're welcome,
Thanks,
Justin
Garth.
Bieber.
Thank you,
You're welcome,
Garth.
Justin Bieber.
All right, there you go. We have another question from Martha, too. Let's get back to her. Martha, you're
Hi,
still there.
Martha.
Thanks for waiting.
Hey, did you hear my last question? I don't know about the tradition.
Yes, we did. We did.
Okay. All right, and also have so do you have any plans on maybe going into like movie acting like later on, along with like the singing careers and stuff?
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Good question.
I
Yeah.
think that would probably be the next step after Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If not the big time management group that we're gonna.
That we're gonna
Start
do.
up. That'll be one project, but
Yeah.
I know we all love
Yeah.
music, and some of us that'll be our first step. I think me in particular, I want to do film after BTR, so
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, y'all are
Is
great
there one
at
that you
acting,
prefer?
so.
You know, I mean, do you
know what,
ever
it
say I like
changes.
acting
Changes
more
all
than
the
I
time.
like music today?
It changes. You know, I never saw myself directing, and then it kind of evolved this past like year and a half. So it's like next year I could want to raise reptiles. It's like
It's not a very profitable business raising reptiles.
But still,
actually,
somebody's got to do it.
for the
Somebody's
love
got
of
to do
reptile
it.
raising.
Just saying. I'm just saying. You know.
You know, yeah, obviously all of us love both sides of it. And frankly, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I think that I want to do film. I always want to keep writing, and I think music will be a part of that. But I think you really need, although we're so lucky to do both at the same
You have
time
to
with Big
decide.
Time Rush, you need to pick one and focus on it. If you
Yeah.
want to be great at something, you need to focus on that. So I want to be a great actor. I want to focus on film and TV.
Yep.
All right, so don't spread yourself too thin, but take
You
advantage
do
of
what
all
you're
your
best
talents
at, or
when
what
you
you
can.
think you're gonna have the best chance at, is what I.
And we've been pretty spread thin with BTR. So I think after all that, we've had so much experience in different realms with, music and TV and film that you kind of get to choose. We've had so
Yeah,
much.
luckily all four of us will be able to kind of pick what we want to do, pick and choose.
I can't imagine having like 4 weeks off. They're gonna be like, okay, cool.
What is
Thanks
this?
for doing the project. We're gonna be like,
Right?
what do we do now?
How do you guys relax? I mean, what do you do in your downtime if you ever find yourself actually having some downtime?
Snowboard trips, and that needs to happen actually pretty soon.
Yeah.
I have 4 free tickets to Big Bear, by the way,
Okay, let's do that.
in my car. Don't let me forget.
That sounds great.
Am I
Don't let me
included?
forget.
Go ahead.
In my car.
So what date and time will
course.
you be at Bear Mountain?
Well, what time are you available?
Right?
No, you guys, there's 4 tickets. So 1, 2, 3,
She's not
4.
asking for her. She's asking for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's going to be a lot of people going to Big Bear.
I meant Whistler. Yeah, we'll be.
We're going into Canada.
Free tickets to
Man,
Whistler.
that's crazy.
Not a big deal.
No.
Yeah,
NBD.
All All right, another personal question, Carlos. I've got one of your tweets pulled up here. Hitting
Personal.
the gym, and you've got a picture posted on Instagram, and so we need to know
great.
Post a selfie.
how you guys
Is it a selfie?
how you guys stay fit. This one is more just a lot of weights.
There's a lot better ones than that.
A
A lot of weights, bro. Is that James in there?
Who is that?
You guys do a
Pumping.
little workout session?
Pumping iron.
Oh no, that's me and my brother, Javi.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So my brother Javi, amazing kid. He was literally like 250 pounds, and like right when I started, like 4 years ago,
Yeah.
he was just like so down on himself. Literally turned himself around.
He looks great now.
Been working out like crazy, and it's cool how like he's kind of inspired me to like start working out again. And James kind of did that with. I mean, I think Logan and I saw that James was like. I mean, Mr. Like, I was like, man, well, I gotta start getting, some like muscles going. So last summer, again, I was like, yeah.
Well,
I have quite large muscles. I don't know if you can.
Kendall's still looking for that inspiration.
Was keeping my energy up and keeping healthy on tour, and so I think that's kind of why we started it. So that's
But it's cool because
So what is the workout routine? You guys
what is the actual workout routine?
Yeah,
Well,
give us
so,
some
we
detail.
can't really tell you about that.
That's an industry secret.
That's the secret,
I mean, if you want to look at this good.
I mean, honestly, the secret is there's no secret. It's just doing it. It's just, eating healthy and exercising. It doesn't really
diet is-
matter. There's no one exercise that's going to make you look amazing. It's sticking with it.
I was gonna say consist. Yeah.
You know all those like those diet commercials where they're like, I lost this much weight with no working out. It's like that's
You didn't.
wrong.
If you did, it's unhealthy.
That is so wrong. Like it's a good diet and
now my liver's dead.
exercise.
But having a James though has been awesome because he goes to the gym.
Having a James.
Yeah, listen.
Having a James.
We go to the gym and we're like,
like a-
okay, yeah, let's do some abs. James will do like 100. So you're like,
He's like a Marine.
Well, if James is 100, I got to at least do like 60.
Very vocal in the gym.
Like you kind of have to.
See, I was doing too
60,
much
I would
work
say
being
like
the
150,
group
like
trainer.
James,
No, but see, that's like a lot.
Okay.
like
Not that extreme, but we did.
Motivating everyone else.
He definitely motivates me.
What do you listen to when you go to the gym? Like, what's your pump up
I think
music?
Celine Dion is what. James
When you're that energetic all the time, you need calming music.
Exactly.
Celine's motivational to me.
Sade.
She's a fantastic. Oh yeah.
shut.
Anything uplifting. One thing I don't like though is listening to headphones when the gym's already blasting music.
True.
So I only really listen when I work out by myself. When you're with people though, it's better to talk.
I'm not really into what the gyms have been playing because they play like top 40. It's like when I'm pumping iron, I don't want to be hearing "Call Me Maybe." I'm just saying.
How about Wild for the Night?
Hey,
Got a little,
I
a
just
little
met
Skrillex,
you.
a little ASAP Rocky.
And
This
it's
is
Definitely.
Crazy. It's like not very good motivational music.
Okay, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wind it down here in a moment.
You
James,
just got us wound up.
I've got one of your tweets. Rushers, 2 ways to vote. If we go back to the Kids' Choice Awards for a moment here. Hashtag KCA, hashtag vote
Both in
BTR. Or you can hit up this link to go directly to the Nick website. So, what do you say to people? What's your plea to get them to vote for you?
Vote.
We have the best fans in the world.
Say
You
it.
guys voted for us and we won last year for music group. Hey, you guys keep voting. You're already doing amazing for us. We're honored to be in the category, but guess what? We know we can win because we have you. So keep it up. Keep voting.
is
They're
like
doing the
Uncle
Zoom and
Sam.
it's very dramatic.
We want you.
to vote for us, KCAs and Carlos.
Thank you.
Seriously,
We're
vote out there.
so grateful
was pretty
to
good.
have to have.
I like the zoom in. I noticed.
He wants
very
you.
dramatic. Very nice. Thank you.
It's a
Did you
blessing
get
to
some
have these
tips from
fans,
the
though.
president? I heard you guys hung out with the Obamas.
We
you
did.
get some
We're
tips on
close
how to
friends.
talk to the Obamas?
We hang out occasionally, 4 times maybe.
I frequently call him on the phone.
No, but you did get to spend a little
Yeah,
time
yeah.
with the president.
We know we really have. We've been so lucky to meet him several times. We even played a concert for the Worldwide Day of Play right in front of the White House for
Right.
50,000 people, which is
We did a
amazing.
small charity that not small, but a charity, a small little.
It was
Performance.
we did a performance
charity.
at the first annual Kids State Dinner.
Yes.
And we
Fun
had-
little fact.
yeah.
That was the first time that people sat on the floor for the state dinner because you got all the kids to come up in front of the
It was like
stage.
a campfire.
Normally it's very like, oh, we're at the White House, but it was like we're like sit on the floor.
That's what you talk whenever you go to the White House. Yeah.
So basically, you get invited to the White House and you're told to sit on the floor.
No, we
told them.
we got the kids to come and sit on the floor in front of the stage.
Gotcha.
We sat on stools.
All right, good. You lighten.
I don't
things
actually
a
call
little
the
bit.
president, by the way. We don't talk on the phone.
What are you guys talking about?
Bummer. I was hoping
Logan's
you'd
like,
give me
actually,
a
no,
memory.
His golden retriever just had puppies.
That's so weird. He just texted
I left
me.
my jacket at his
I know he's
house.
naming one of them James. That's weird. I'll get back to you later, Obama.
All right, guys. First of all, Kristen and Martha, want to thank you so much for joining. I think we may have lost Martha. Oh, there you are.
No,
awesome.
What about our third friend there? Did we lose her?
We lost our third
We
friend.
lost our third friend. We lost Yara.
I will shout outs to you.
Apologies.
I'm sorry
Still love you.
that they lost you.
If you had a question, we would have answered and it would have been great.
But we may have covered it. We covered a lot of stuff.
might
A lot of
Well,
stuff.
I think you guys should also give a shout out to the more than it's getting close to 7,000 comments that have been left.
Yeah,
during this
Rusher!
segment.
Shout out for all the comments.
Exactly.
The rushers are definitely.
I'm sure there was probably
showing
some
up.
interesting ones in there too.
They're moving so fast, I
Yeah.
can hardly follow them. That's the truth there. I want to thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a pleasure. And,
Yes, it's been a lot
come
of
back
fun.
again.
Yes, thanks for having
Well,
us.
the next time, give me some more dirt.
Huffpost Live.
How do you wrap up this thing? Do you go and
Huffpost
cut
Live. That's it.
and Huffpost
That's a wrap.
Live
We're
done.
That's what they say,
Here we go,
right?
guys.
Isn't it? That's a wrap.
and cut?
We're finished.
Moving
We're
on.
done.
No more.
There's always more coming up in
Okay, where's some water? Maybe I should get some water now.
Hey, you want to share
There's
some
always more coming up.
Here's